All right. This is kind of cool. I just wanted to show quickly. Um, and, it just brings the importance of getting the car to, keep in the original components if we can. So here, this little red wire coming out of there that I've got jumpered, that connects to a wire that actually goes all the way through the steering shaft and appears to come out the inside the steering gear box, which is interesting. So I guess they just figured because the wire was long enough that it could withstand a certain number of twists in both directions. But it actually, the steering wheel is isolated. And then when you push these, it pushes this plate here. So I'm just gonna push the bottom and it grounds to the steering shaft. But that's pretty cool, right? So if we run a ground wire all the way through, comes out the steering box, and then that would be the control wire for the relay here, which makes sense that they put the horn relay in the engine bay for that reason. So that makes sense. But I'm gonna, like I said, I'm doing distribution. In this case, this wire coming out, instead of it coming out of the top of this fuse box, I'm gonna have it come out of here so it can be fused individually, go into a relay. I'm gonna have to run that ground control wire back into the cab here, but very cool mechanism, right? So this one doesn't work too well. You have to really push on it, but it probably depends on the location of the wheel. But isn't that going to be cool? Honk that horn, right? So we just need to run basically a wire from, through the steering shaft. Let me just show you quickly, just because this is kind of a cool thing, and it's worth, this is what brings these cars charm, but it appears that wire comes out of that hole. I'll have to do a little bit more lookup, but I guess the stock relay used to be there. So interesting. But we just got to go down the line. So with what we got, and I think if I get a reasonably stiff wire to send through there, maybe something rigid that I can kind of fish a wire through the steering tube, right? And then, or send it up through the box out of the tube and then use that, it's a circular connector. I wonder if the wire is somewhere, or maybe it's still in the steering tube. Wouldn't that be cool? Anyway, cool little thing, just wanted to show. Making some progress. Now we know what we need for the horn, but that it would work. Because I was wondering, did they have like a brush on the back side of the steering wheel, kind of like a clock spring type deal? No, they actually just ran a wire through the steering tube and just, another Hail Mary, A certain number of turns shouldn't be a problem. Sometimes that wire gets twisted up, gets caught on something, gets jammed up inside the steering gear, gets wrapped up. God knows the way they design these things. But yeah, I'll have to take a look at that one. Hail Mary, as they say, right? Give it a blessing, send it down the road. All right. Talk to you later. Thanks.